What is cracking, bowlers? Chris Beans here with Bowlers Rant, bringing you some new updates from Storm Bowling. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button and turn on those notifications. Okay, releases are pretty much locked in for the rest of the year, but I did happen to notice some really cool stuff in the overseas market. My favorite place for all the best core and cover combinations. Let's head on over there right now. Beans, what's going on? Well, I can tell you right now, two of the ones we're going to look at are right on the screen, which is that Forest Lock and the Axiom Stage 2. And if you stick around till the end, I'm also going to talk to you about the Axiom Prime. So, what's going on here? Let's talk about this Forest Lock. This thing, first of all, I love gold bowling balls. I'm not going to say I like gold balls because that's going to make me sound really, really weird, like I'm into some weird stuff. And the only thing that I'm really weird about is I like fresh garlic on my pizza. But this Forest Lock looks effing fantastic, all right? Looks great. I love gold bowling balls, okay? Idle Gold Pearl looks good. The, High Roll Gold Pearl sitting on my desk looks good. So what is the core here, right? This is Radx core. So this is an asymmetric ball, right? And here is a look at the flyer. Let's take a quick tour of that. That looks good. So what do we got here? So according to the specs here, it looks like this is R2S Pro Pearl Reactive. That's very, very interesting. I don't know that I've ever seen R2S Pro Pearl. Someone fact check me on that. Have we seen that before? And if so, what ball was on that? It's got the Radx core, 1500 grit polish. So this is the old style of polishing, which means it probably hooks a lot and is awesome. Lemon Blossom is the fragrance. That sounds amazing. I might need to hit up some people I know to get one of these. The number's at 15 pounds, 2.48 RG with a .054 differential, a .018 asymmetric differential. Wow. So, translation, what is this? This is something you're going to use if you're speed dominant and not rev dominant, or you are rev challenged and you need to get the ball down there and get clue through the heads and see the turn. So it's meant for the medium to medium dry. But if you gave this thing a little bit of surface, the two-handers and crazy, fast, high rev people would love it as well. But in my opinion, this is something that would be versatile. You can put a lot of different layouts on there, and it's going to be one of those house shot assassins that pretty much everyone likes. All right, so let's take a look at a couple of shots from the Forest Lock. I've got it queued up for you guys right now. Here is Shota Kawazo. I always get his name wrong. He's pretty badass. Let's see what it looks like. Bang. Look at the projection. There's the turn. Boom. Oh, man. That looks good. Let's look at that one more time. Steps up right outside of fourth arrow. Looking sharp. All right, so I think the next one's right around here. Let's take a look at shot number 2. Looks like he's using 5.4.2 layout. That looks pretty good. Did I just say dot? I meant 5 times 4 times 2. All right. One more time at that shot. Fourth arrow. Doesn't go sideways. I like this layout. That looks good. Very controllable. Usable. One more time. I have no idea what pattern he's on because I just can't read Japanese, and I don't even know if it's on the screen. But all I know is that motion looks absolutely dynamite, and I definitely feel like I need one of these in my life. Looking sharp. So let's go over to the Axiom Stage 2. Actually, between the four that here, this is the one even though I like gold, I think this one's probably going to be the more versatile of the bunch. I can't even talk today, just because it's symmetrical, and I think symmetrical pearls are really, really great on house shots. So what are we talking about? Let's open up the flyer and get into it. So that isn't going to work. Let's try this one more time. Here we go. This thing's got Energy Pro Pearl Reactive. So Energy Pro Pearl Reactive, I'm pretty sure we've seen that before. I've just never seen R2S Pro Pearl Reactive. Orbital Core, so this is the same thing as in all the Axioms. 1500 grip polish, again, the old style of polishing. And the numbers 248 RG 050 differential. So, and the fragrance is Wild Mint Leaf. So the big thing here, I think, is going to be the cover. So this is Axiom Stage 2 energy. So this is nano, so it's going to have a longer footprint in the lane before it makes the turn on the back, but you're still going to see a very controlled mid lane pickup with a late arc. So starts up early, 050, fair amount of differential. This is something that is basically going to be a benchmark symmetrical pearl, and if you gave this a little bit of service, you could use it as a benchmark on just about any condition to tell you what's going on with the lane if you need to ball up or ball down. Looking really sharp. All right, last but not least, here is the Axiom Prime. All right, so this ball, another Axiom in the overseas market. The other two are in Japan. This one is in Korea. TX16 solid reactive cover stock, orbital core, 4K fast, even though the graphic looks like it's about like 1000, but whatever. Color, purple, black, and white. And the fragrance is blueberry, which sounds great. And again, the same numbers, 248 RG with an 050 differential. So where have we seen TX16 solid? Well, for those of you who are, spec junkies like me, you saw it in the Phase 2. This one has TX16 solid reactive cover stock. So if you like the cover that was on the Phase 2, you're going to love the Axiom. So basically, if you take the Axiom and you put the Phase 2 cover, this is what you get, the Axiom Prime. And this one is absolutely a very strong symmetrical, and you could use it as a benchmark to basically tell you what's up with the lane. This is something that I think a lot of two-handers would absolutely just destroy with if they wanted a bigger symmetrical ball in their bag. But yeah, this is going to be all to play sports shot or house shot. Should be very versatile on a variety of conditions. If I look at this one, and if I look at the Axiom Stage 2, and if I look at the Forest Lock in terms of shelf appeal, I'm going to give it to the Forest Lock all day long. This thing is absolutely outstanding. Love this color. What's crazy, though, to me is, and I just got to make sure I get this right because I always get stuff wrong. Where do we have a color here? Is there gold pearl? Yeah, okay. I just want to make sure I'm not seeing something right. So why did they call it a Forest Lock if it's gold? Maybe somebody knows the answer to that question. I don't know. So that's what we got for today. Of course, if you want to get a hold of one of these, then the best place you can go, in my opinion, would be to Facebook. Go check out one of the overseas forums for overseas balls, but don't be surprised if it costs a pretty penny, because it could be in the neighborhood of $300 or more shipped. That's just the price you got to get for some of this stuff. But also, don't forget to check out bowlersmart.com. They have a variety of overseas balls, and it's not uncommon to sometimes find out that I've covered something over the overseas market, and then you turn around and find out they have it. So go to Bowlersmart, check out the balls. You'll see the overseas section. They've got a ton of variety, a lot of inventory there, and see what you think. So what do you guys think of what we covered today? Do you like the Force Lock? What do you think about the Axiom Stage 2 or the Axiom Prime? If you could pick one, which one would you get and what layout would you get? Drop me a comment. Let me know. Let's continue the conversation. More updates are coming. And until then, bowl well.